Talking about our goals often comes with a sense of exhilaration. It feels good to share our dreams, to receive validation and encouragement from others. The act of speaking about our aspirations can give us a rush of excitement, almost as though we've already achieved them. It's easy to think that announcing our goals is a step toward accomplishing them, but what if that very excitement is holding us back? You've likely experienced that initial enthusiasm when you tell someone about a new project or goal, the rush, the validation, the sense of instant success. But then, as time passes, something happens. You may not follow through, or your energy starts to fade. Why does this happen so often? In this post, we'll uncover the psychological reasons why talking about goals can actually be a trap that prevents progress. There's a powerful psychological mechanism at play when we talk about our goals. The brain releases dopamine, the feel good chemical, whenever we speak about something exciting, especially something we believe is within our reach. This rush of dopamine makes us feel accomplished, as though the task is already complete. But what happens when talking about goals gives us that sense of achievement without actually taking any action? Take a real life example. Someone announces an ambitious new project to their friends and family, explaining how they're going to change the world. After the applause and congratulations, they feel accomplished. The dopamine hits, but the actual work, it doesn't seem as urgent anymore. This feeling of accomplishment, though pleasurable in the moment, can trick you into thinking you've already succeeded. What happens when this self delusion stands between you and the actual work? The goal remains unfulfilled, and the sense of satisfaction from talking becomes a form of procrastination. Once you announce your goals to the world, you unknowingly invite public expectation. The moment you share your ambitions, you become aware, perhaps unconsciously, that others are now watching. Family, friends, and even colleagues will be observing, and suddenly it feels like the goal is no longer just yours, it belongs to them too. This external pressure, though subtle, can be incredibly distracting. Instead of focusing on the process and enjoying the journey, your attention shifts to satisfying others. Public failure feels more intense than private failure. It's not just your failure, it's everyone's. When you focus on meeting the expectations of others, you risk compromising your own pace and priorities. Are you making decisions based on your ambitions, or are you simply trying to please others? When goals are shared publicly, the fear of failure intensifies. The fear of letting others down can become paralyzing. What if I don't succeed? It's a common thought, and it's one that leads many to quit before they even begin. People often talk big but fail to act because they're afraid of the public humiliation that comes with failure. The pressure to maintain an image of success can stifle real progress, and it becomes easier to retreat than to risk failure. But what happens when you fear failure more than progress? It costs you not only time but also the chance to learn and grow. Instead, try this: fail in private, learn in private. Focus on making progress instead of managing perceptions. The freedom that comes from failing without a crowd can be liberating and ultimately more rewarding. There's a point at which words begin to lose their power. Repeatedly announcing your goals without delivering results leads to a loss of credibility. People will start to view you as someone who talks more than they act. This isn't just an external issue. Eventually, you'll begin to lose belief in yourself as well. Take someone who always talks about their next big project but never actually follows through. Over time, their words become empty promises. The more you talk without delivering, the more people stop taking you seriously. And the more you hear yourself talking without action, the less you believe your own words. The solution here is simple: shut up and work. Let your actions speak louder than your words. By focusing on execution rather than chatter, you'll rebuild your credibility and respect. Once you start talking about your goals, expect a flood of unsolicited opinions. Everyone, from friends to strangers, suddenly becomes an expert in your area. While some advice can be helpful, much of it is distracting and unhelpful. Psychologically, receiving too many differing opinions can derail your confidence and momentum. What happens when someone plants doubt in your mind with a casual comment? It can lead to hesitation and second guessing, undermining your self belief. To protect yourself from the negative effects of unsolicited advice, filter the feedback you receive. Seek advice only from those who have walked the path you want to follow. This selective approach allows you to stay focused on your vision and avoid unnecessary distractions. There's a dangerous allure to external validation, especially when it comes in the form of likes, comments, and praise on social media. When you post about your goals, you might feel an immediate rush of approval, but that rush is fleeting. This external validation can quickly become addictive, replacing the need for real work with a thirst for praise. The problem with this is that it creates an illusion of progress without any actual movement forward. The solution? Shift your focus to intrinsic motivation. Build a system that rewards you internally for your efforts, not just for the applause of others. Silence is often the most powerful tool for success. Some of the most accomplished individuals never talk about their goals until they've achieved them. The advantage of keeping your goals private is that you protect your energy, focus, and motivation from external distractions. Talking about goals drains energy, shifts focus, and makes you less likely to follow through. When you stop announcing your intentions and start working quietly, you position yourself for real success. The results will speak for themselves. Sharing your goals can unintentionally create envy and resentment in others. Some people may not wish you well, whether consciously or unconsciously. They may even try to subtly sabotage your efforts out of insecurity. The negativity that comes from others can infect your own mindset. Protect your energy by keeping your goals private, especially from those who may not be rooting for your success. This simple practice can save you from unnecessary negativity and keep you focused on your path. Premature celebration can be a trap. When you announce your goals too early, it can trigger premature feelings of accomplishment. This can lead to complacency and procrastination. Consider someone who announces their big plans to the world only to celebrate the excitement before doing the work. They feel good in the moment, but they don't follow through. The cost of premature celebration is often procrastination and lost momentum. The solution? Focus on execution first. Once you've completed the work and achieved the result, then celebrate. The dangers of talking about goals without executing them are real. While it's tempting to announce your plans, it's your actions that truly matter. The quiet achievers, the ones who work without fanfare, are the ones who make the most lasting impact. Challenge yourself to reflect on your behavior. Have you been talking too much and working too little? Move in silence. Protect your goals, your energy, and your focus. Let your results speak for themselves. Rethink your approach to goal setting and success. Embrace the quiet hustle. Put in the hard work without expecting immediate applause. In the end, it's not the loudest voice that achieves success, but the one who puts in the work consistently in silence. Reflect on this message, and if you've ever struggled with goal setting, share your experiences in the comments.